Let me take a look. I'm going to pull up the tweet. I just tweeted out to our Bullish Bears Twitter about it. And I will send you guys and show you guys that tweet as well. Quadruple witching. Quadruple witching today. Be careful. 5 trillion. I said million, billion, trillion. $5 trillion worth of options expire today. They want to try their best. When I say they, I mean institutions, the big money, everything in between, are going to try their best so that they all expire worthless. So we're probably going to experience a lot of choppy price action today. Extremely important that we don't jump the gun in every trade we see. Let's start with our daily time frame. We'll still do the same analysis. We'll run through our daily time frame, break it down, find some supply and demand, see where we're at, previous day high low, all the good stuff. Our gap fill is going to be somewhere over here. Previous day high is over here. We have taken out previous day low already. So knowing us, right, we're going to use our edge full. That's our stat-based report. So we could see when we break previous day low on the S&P 500 on Fridays, what are the chances that we close red today, right? And we're able to take advantage of that. So let's do previous day's range by weekday. And we want to put it on ES. And we also want to make sure that we're looking at, instead of the New York session, we want to look at the daily session because we broke that previous day low overnight. So guys, look at this. Only a 57% chance that we have a red day today. So pretty 50-50 if anything. Not a big fan of that report. Now let's look at gap fill by weekday. This is a gap down today. Gap downs on Friday. Now those fill 90% of the time. So here is our go-to level for today. That's going to be the gap fill on ES. So let's find that real quick. Gap fill is, wow, look at that, man. Always good on the eyeball. So 345 is our candle we're on. We're on the 15-minute time frame, so we're looking for that 345 candle close. That candle close is what gives us our gap fill level. And then when you compare that to where we open today, that's how you find that gap fill level and how wide that gap is. Now today, look how close we are to this gap fill. We have 15 minutes for the market to open, but at the moment, it's a decent enough size that it seems reasonable enough that we're going to hit it. And something else to mention, yesterday, our gap fill ended up hitting. The day prior, we did not hit it. The day before that, we also didn't hit it. So I like to look for the trends of the gap fill. So yesterday we filled it, so I am interested in it today. I might also ideally like to see us move higher towards the 66.95 today. So that was the level we were looking for yesterday. And price, look at this, man. Price was choppy AF yesterday. And unfortunately, might be expecting the same thing with today's price action. So we'll keep an eye on everything. We got our gap fill level. We can take a look at the orb too. Orb is probably going to be a double break. Orb has been a double break for the most part. I think yesterday was the first day in a while that we didn't have a double break. We had a double break here, we had a double break here. Now a double break on the orb, guys, is referring to, so the orb is the opening range breakout. So that's the first 15-minute candle of the day, and you'd mark out the high, and you'd mark out the low. And what we look for on an orb breakout is we look for price to close above to the upside or below to the downside, and then we look for a retest and a push higher. Now what we're seeing lately is we're seeing double breaks where we're breaking both sides. Breakouts or breakdowns usually refer to a single break, possibly a retrace and continuation where we do not test back to that other side. So at the moment, we've been seeing a lot of double breaks. Yesterday was the first day, right? Even with the chop yesterday, we had just a single break. Check this out, guys. This was our first 15-minute candle of the day, high and low. And would you look at that? We had a single break all day. Even though we were choppy all day, it was a single break all day. So keep an eye on it. We can take a look at now Edgeful and take a look at the orb by weekday, opening range breakout by weekday. Opening range breakout, yes, double breaks Friday. Ooh, double break 80% of the time, guys. We're looking at an 80% chance of a double break today on the S&P. That is pretty big, guys. We got to keep an eye on that. Let's see. So if we are looking for a double break, what I might be interested in is, can we open somewhere over here? Let's say we open and we create an orb and it's something like this. Can I then look for the longs to target the gap fill to the upside and look for a move over here? And or can we get that move going and possibly reject after we break to the upside? So let's say New York session opens right here. The high of it is right, boom, it hits the gap fill. If we can break out of the orb, so pretend this is price action, where we're within this range, we break the orb and we make our way to supply, I would look for shorts back to the bottom of the orb given the range and given that 80% chance that we do have a double break today. Oh, you know what? I actually got to double check the stats because, yeah, you know what? We're on the daily time frame still. I knew it. Let's just double check New York then. Look, oh, see, I'm glad we double checked. Much different. Got to make sure you have the right session on if you use a tool like Edgeful. 44% chance of a single break to the upside. 30% chance of a break to the downside. And only a 28% chance that we have a double break. Now, sure, right away, this would tell me. So what I like to do, guys, when using the orb report is combine the breakout and breakdown. Because what this tells me is if we break out, there's a good chance we hold. If we break down, there's a good chance we hold. But this tells me over here that there's only a 28% chance that we do actually break both sides. So really, what we're looking for is the direction to break, and that to be our direction for the day. But we'll keep an eye. I'm not too trusting on that right now. YouTube, hit the like and subscribe. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're going to go over some trade setups. We're going to find a good trade today. And we'll be patient too, though, because it is quad witching week. I think it's quadruple. Let's see. Quadruple witching Friday. Just got to remember. $5 trillion worth of options expired today. Let's take a look at where the VIX is at. Speaking of options, so VIX is also within a range, and it is Friday, and this is going to be, I think, the third or fourth Friday in a row now. The VIX is closing above $20. That is some uncertainty and possibly even some fear entering the market. So yeah, check this out, guys. This is going to be week number 3. This is week number 3 of the VIX closing above, even above 24. If it could close somewhere above 24, again, 3 weeks in a row of us closing that high, we haven't really had that in quite some time. And when we did, look at this. Look at this. When VIX holds elevated, that's when we have a lot of fear, uncertainty. This is all COVID. This is 2022 over here. Remember, these are the weekly time frames. So we see strong holds over here, strong holds over here, expected volatility. So just be careful. Be extra careful. Be aware of where the VIX is. We're extended. We're expecting volatility, but we are expecting a bit more of a range on a day like today. All right, let's run through NASDAQ, see what's going on. Oh, I did want to also, one last thing on the ES. So we had this 4-hour demand. It was support, support. Yesterday was resistance, resistance. I no longer want to keep this on my chart. We used it as resistance yesterday. I don't want to keep this big, huge zone. We're going to update that. We had, looks like a key level right here. So we'll extend that out a little bit. So we're aware of that. So we're on the 4-hour, nothing. 3-hour. Not much. 2-hour. Nope. 1 hour. And what I'm doing right now, guys, when I'm going through these time frames, is my eyes are instantly going to the pivot highs. So I'm looking at areas like over here, areas like over here. Now, not so much on these higher time frames, areas down here. And the reason I'm not looking for any areas down here right now is because I saw the move that came wasn't that strong. So it's not going to be anything on like a 4-hour time frame. It's probably going to be something on maybe like a 30-minute or 15-minute time frame. So 1 hour, let's check 45. 30. Oh, actually, it's probably not going to be anything, seeing that we've already broken that previous day low. 15-minute. No, so I really don't have any supply or demand until 65.80 to the downside and 66.95 to the upside. So we're going to be extra patient today. We're going to use Bookmap, let things come to us. I also, yo, J Money, you in here? Yes, sir. What tool were you using for your Gex levels and stuff?
I don't actually use it, but you can use a paid service like what is it, Quant Data or Mentor Q. They're various services, but I don't actually have those.
Oh, gotcha. I'm gonna see. So we'll pull up some quant data, and we'll see where some Gex levels are at. Exposure, Gex, Vex, Dex, DMX. Let's see. Gotta update today. SPX. Modify expiration today. So it looks like we're getting a big level at 6,700 on the SPX. Actually, did Signet share it this morning or he shared it yesterday? Yeah, he shared it yesterday. Sig shared, where is it? Let's see if I can find it. It was pretty cool. It was like a list of Gex levels, and then it also had the futures levels next to it. Yeah, this right here. So that's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. So right now we're looking at SPX. So SPX 6,700 is a big level. Same with, here we go, 6,700. That would be 67.53 on ES. 67.53. 67.53. Yeah, okay. I don't think we're going all the way up there right now. Yeah, no, I don't know. We'll see. That's gamma exposure. That's Gex. Delta. We'll keep an eye on it. I'll keep it up in the background. We'll keep an eye on Gex levels and whatnot. I'm definitely going to want to jump into some videos myself and learn a bit more about them. I'm seeing a lot of traders use tools like order flow along with Gex levels to find like really accurate points. Because Gex levels, these are all levels that are formed via the options chain, right? Now the options chain is where a lot of volume, as we see with $5 trillion expiring today, where a lot of volume is allocated in the market. So be patient here. Big negative Gex all the way at 6,800. We'll see. I wonder if we get a strong pop towards those levels because of those Gex levels. We'll see. We'll keep an eye, guys. We'll see how markets want to play out. And it's all about experience, right? Let's see. The last 4 weeks look so gross on the weekly. Let's see, man. Let's see. Yeah, weekly on ES. Look at this, guys. ES, guys, Friday. Today is Friday. It's going to determine if we close red this week or if we close green this week. Now, that's super important to me. And now look at that. Our gap fill is also there. So I'm going to mark this as our gap plus weekly close. I'll call it weekly C.C, so we're not typing out everything. So I really want to try to see markets close below that blue level today. So again, ideally, I'd like to see if markets can move higher, find some resistance, sell back off. If they don't, that's going to break that red streak on the weekly time frame at least. Doesn't mean we're going to go bullish, but you never know. Oh, you guys should see what we got. 2 minutes. Hold up, I'm gonna send you guys something. Guys, check out these posts. I'm posting these. I'm gonna try to post 3 to 5 of these a week on our Instagram, the Bullish Bears Instagram. basically a small carousel of photos with some information for you guys. I'll show you real quick before markets open. So your tech portfolio has a crude problem, why $120 oil is the only chart that matters, and why your stops are about to get hunted. And it's about 4 to 5 slides. The Fed wants to cut rates to save the economy from a hard landing, but they can't because they can't cut rates while oil is fueling an inflation wave. Powell's trapped. Where the smart money's hiding, energy stocks, XLE, these are your natural hedge. If oil goes to 130, these are the only green tickers on your screen. It's not just at the pump. Every company that ships, flies, and manufactures just saw their margins evaporate. High gas prices equals less fun money for iPhones, AI subscriptions, and retail therapy. And that's about it. So it's short, it's quick, but it's strong and important info that you guys should be aware of. If you don't have time to go through, all these different services, different platforms, just keep an eye on those posts. I'm going to try 3 to 5 of those a week. Go show some love. Drop a like on that. Like and share. That's I'm going to share that in the YouTube comments too here, guys. Make sure you check that out. Oh, that's our tweet. Where'd that go? Let's see. Good morning, YouTube. Guys, if you're here on YouTube, let me know what you're looking to trade today, how you're trading it, and please do not forget to be aware of the quadruple witching today. I'm going to put it right here. Nah. Maybe. Nah. Alright, guys, we're waiting for markets to open. Letting them do their thing. We got 30 seconds for markets to open. Now, unfortunately, this gap fill level has not really unfortunately, it's a good thing. Let's get edge fill back in here. Where was our gap fill by weekday? Oh, I also got to get, let's see, gap fill by weekday. Right, 67% chance of filling today. Alright, there's our New York open. Let me also get Thinkorswim up so we get our equity charts going as well. Some sellers at the open. Look at the negative delta coming in. Just be patient right now. Not looking to trade off the open, especially today. We don't want to be caught trying to sell thinking, oh, here's some sellers at the open, and have it reverse on them. But we also don't want to go long here when we clearly see that there are sellers at the moment. So, what do? When we don't know, we wait. No harm in being patient for your trade. There we go, some nice sells, good sells in there. But then boom, look at that quick pop. That was a 5-point little wick back higher right there. From 34 to, from 34 to 39 in a matter of, that was probably 5 seconds. So that's one of the main reasons too, we're not rushing into anything right now. Amazon gaps lowers selling off, Nvidia, all equities are doing the same thing right now. So I definitely wouldn't want to go long at this point. But I'd much rather be patient and see if something else wants to play out. Look at that. NASDAQ falling through. Yeah, we might be able to find it.
Is it my imagination or is volume a little low right now?
Yeah, it's quadruple witching. So it's going to be low. Let's see if I can find that.
There it went right there. That was a good one.
Here is a passive buyer sitting at 66.30 on ES. I would not look to go short at this level right now. We need strong volume to break us through this, and we are not seeing strong volume, therefore we're probably going to try to hold it. Now, if I was looking for a long, my target would be the gap fill at 58. That has a 67% chance of filling, nearly 70%. Put our market pulse over here so we could see our market pulse. Market Pulse, guys, just gives us some further information into the buying and selling pressure. So if we're trying to break through a level over here, we want to see this Market Pulse ticking strong. -70, -70 on both of them. This is ES and NQ. I'd consider a scalp here, seeing the weakness on equities. If we could try to break lower with some volume, but it's just trying its best to hold this level. Taking a short before we break lower and then having it stop you out would be taking a trade that doesn't have a single point in profit, and that is not our goal. So let's just wait, see how we go. Trying to break it. There's some volume. So how I would take this is if a large sell bubble came in here, we try breaking lower one more time here, take it short 34 as stop. But we would need to see some volume step in. And right now Nvidia is a bit at a key level. Google's selling off pretty hard. This volume's pretty 50-50, pretty weak. Trying to break lower here. Could try it on a short with 32 as a stop. I'm just not a big fan of this. It's a tough read. There we go. Give us a little something. Towards like 25 for a scalp even. Like, I'll take it right off if we tap 25, but I don't even know if I trust 25 to be a hit. Yeah, you see that? You see how this weak volume is not enough to really give us that breakdown right here. I do think we're trying to consolidate to break through, but remember, guys, markets don't care what we think. So let's see how markets want to react towards this 25. If we get an aggressive seller to try to break through this level, it's going to give me a lot more confidence in these shorts.
And we got a trend level down here at 6622.
Here we go.
Which is also where pivot point S1 is located in that area.
All right, I'm going to take it off here. I don't like how we're dancing on this level. So just a real small move, 30 to 25, right? Small little 5-point scalp. Not forcing anything, not rushing into anything. Now we wait. And that might be the only trade of the day if markets stay choppy like this. It does look like we're trying to, so right here, if we break lower again on some volume, another short, stop above 28. Let's see. Equities trying to dump.
Now we've got from around the 7 o'clock a double bottom at 6622.
Here we go.
So all that lines up. Pivot point, trend line, liquidity. So
I like these sellers at the lows.
6622 will bounce. Possibly.
Got to see Nvidia dump. Let's see. Apple trying to move lower. Meta and Microsoft are pulling back right now. That might cause a little bit of a pullback right here. I'd rather be short than long at this point, but we are at some key levels. So let's just be a little patient before jumping back into something. Gotta remember, sellers do have control right now, but we are at some key levels on equities. Nice little pullback. A small low volume area, like right where we're re-entering right now on ES, but we'd have to reject like right here, this 28. Stops would be around that 31. But I feel like we could run right through that. Trying to hold it. Let's see if this 29 area can hold. But look at that, we're trying to spike through it. Here's 28 again. Yep, here's that low volume. I think we're going to try to break through it. Yep, here we go. Here's a little volume. Equities are pulling back. Guys, if you're on YouTube, man, make sure you hit that like button. Look at the delta, guys. Delta's picking up positive right now on these price levels. What's NASDAQ? Where's NASDAQ at? NASDAQ is in a demand zone that it has held before. So, you know, if we're expecting range, this could be it.
We have a prior day low, or excuse me, prior day VPOC and intraday VPOC here around 66.37-ish. So mindful that that will be an upside magnet area.
Nvidia gaining some weakness.
We just simply need to wait and let the opening market settle down.
Yeah. I want to see Nvidia start to rip lower here. That would be massive on these shorts. Nvidia is trying to get more bearish here. But the rest of the equities are still pulling back. Apple, new low a day. Nvidia, it starts to drop. Microsoft's bearish. Come on, Meta, you get bearish too. Let's go shorts. Let's take it now. Take me home, country road, to a place. Let's see. 120 left in this 5 minute. Nvidia is still at a key level. Definitely more interested in scalping positions than holding positions today, due to the volatility, due to the range, and due to it, of course, being quadruple witching today. Nice. Little scalpy there. Nvidia's trying to dump. Apple just had a pretty big wick back up. I would just be patient. These equities are really giving us more of a 50-50 read right now. Let markets develop. Let the volume profile start to pick up some volume. That's also going to give us some clarity and some insight. Because now if we could try to break lower here, I'd look for a return back to these buyers to go short. It's right in 28 to 33. We're creating a fair value gap on the 5 minute here. And don't forget our orb. Opening range breakout, 15. We're going to mark out our high and low. No upper wick on this current 15 minute candle, it looks like. Let's mark that out. Orb. Awesome. I wouldn't take any more trades right now, guys. I would be patient for this orb to really have some follow through and see where we close on it.
And we have not taken liquidity from that from those 655 lows. So what does that mean when we get close but we don't do it? In this case here, those were lows. These were people that went long. So it tells us that they did not want to get stopped out. So they threw extra money in it to keep their position from getting stopped out. That is one interpretation. But that does not mean that the sellers can't overpower them. But definitely we're starting to see here, especially on the 1 minute, a lot of chop down here. If we look at these lows here since open, a lot of chop in this opening range right here. Because these, like I say, this is a significant trend line. It is where a pivot point S1 is. We've got those lows. So
Quadruple witching.
Yeah, all that. So there we go. We've got our reversal back to the north. We just took new regular trading. Well, no, excuse me. Started to say new highs, but that's wrong.
All right.
1 minute Bollinger Band puts midpoint 66.35. We're hitting a fan line right now, so an inflection point possibly. Definitely bounced off of it.
Just hit the fair value gap up there. I'd rather take that fair value gap trade during, like, after the breakout of the zone. I don't want to take it beforehand, but That could be our rejection. 2:30 left in this 5 minutes. Also 2:30 left in this 15 minute. Going to let both of these close to have a bit more confidence and confirmation on the trade instead of trying to take a short here, knowing that the 15 doesn't have that upper wick and can just blast right through. Don't forget, gap fill level up here is all the way up here, but ideally I wanted to see price stay below this level today. I like that rejection we just created there. I'm definitely a little interested in the shorts up here. It's really going to have to be patient. Don't want to jump the gun on that. Yo, good morning, everybody. What's up, B. Marcel?
Good morning. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Doing well, man. It's Friday.
Good stuff. Yes, sir. Let's see. We have economic news today? No, we don't. We don't. No, nothing.
Yeah, only thing we got is like oil reports at 10:30, I think, or something like that. We're coming back up to intraday VPOC, and like I said, there's also a prior day VPOC here. So that really gives us a double magnet to make this a
I almost want to try a
target slash
long.
chop zone.
Yeah. I almost want to try a long here with these buyers. Stop at this recent higher low we created. Be some, knowing that there's a lot of people trying to take shorts up here, but we're just going to wait for the 5 minute to close here. 5 minute closes below that red zone. I'm going to look to go short. If it does close somewhat within, might change that bias and might try to look for some longs. Entry longs here, 28 would be stop loss. I guess 31. Nice. Yeah, let's inverse this fair value gap. Forget those trend traders. Bow. Pow,
All right,
pow.
one fair value gap on the 1 minute and a fan line right there.
Yes, sir.
And VWAP up here at 66.46.
Give me a run through this. Yo, run right through orb high. I'm taking profit right there. Come on, buyers, take it straight up. We just went straight up. Let's straight up again. Here we go. Go. Go, go, go. Nvidia's pulling back. Come on, give us that run. Give us that run. All right, I'm going to get out there into some profit. That's a nice little run there. Took them off 34-ish to 41. Little scalps today. Really not looking for trend today. Reason we're not looking for trend is because it is quadruple witching. There we go. There's that little break. Look at these buyers. Boom. Break of the orb high. So now we have a, what was it? And that 15, yo, that 15 actually looks really solid. I might look to re-enter somewhere. I mean, these buyers are pretty consistent. Ooh. Equities took a bit of a hit. Obviously, so did the ES.
So this is playing out like an ICT trade here. You've got the high at 926. You've got the low at 940. We had a retrace of more than 50% into a fair value gap. U-turned. All right, we've got a fan line right here at 66.31. Target south, low of morning session here around 66.22.
Come on, hold 28.
First target.
This is crazy.
Yes, sir. I want us to hold 28.
Right, Mark.
Looking for longs. Nice. I'm long 32, stop 28.
Bounced right off of that fan line. So
Ooh, we dumping towards it or what? Let's see. Really looking for us to try to hold this higher low we formed back here around 27.50. But if it does dump, then I am ready for that double break. We'll stop out. Nvidia's at a key level. Would want to see that hold. Google's trying to hold. Apple's trying to move higher. A lot of the equities, though, are looking more like they're trying to break lower. We just had some headlines right there. We'll see if there's anything relevant. No tankers loaded. Crude oil sailed. Blah, blah, blah. Trump. No, nothing crazy. Let's just keep an eye on markets right now. Here we go. Come on. Take us to a high again. Take us to 43. Right back to VWAP. Nvidia trying to hold, struggling a little bit there. I almost want to take it off here. Again, just going for scalps, going for base hits today. Real small base hits on a range day like this. Give me that pop. Give me that pop. Let's go. Let's go green on this candle. Fake out all those people that thought we were going red. Let's go green on this. Chop our way higher, just like we did yesterday morning. I hate the struggle we're seeing, though. It's really telling me I'm just going to exit. I'm going to exit because I don't have faith. Meta is dumping new low a day on Meta. Apple's pumping. Amazon's rejecting VWAP to the downside. And Nvidia's at a key level trying to hold but struggling too. There's not much confidence in this market right now. So if we could take some scalps, be positive on the day, that's the goal. And it could continue, right? Could absolutely continue. That's fine with me. We also saw just recently, look at this crazy drop we had. This was a second drop from 66.41 to 66.35. That's a 6-point drop in a matter of a second. It was literally like not even 5 seconds. So when we know that volume's this low, volatility can be that high in a sense that we're just wicking all over the place. Take what you can, if you can. Buy those dips, buy the reversals, whatever you got to do, and then stay patient. No holding
Hang on
today.
NASDAQ.
Give me a drop. Get me out of all this market chop. We are hanging around the 50% level of the measured move of that ICT that I called out. We're now coming down to a fan line.
Yo, when you say we got an ICT setting up, say like which bias? You're just like we have an ICT set up long or short?
It would be a short because you had the high at 926. Then you had the
Glad I took
low
it.
at 940. Then you had the retrace more than 50%. Back up. And
We're going to orb low.
and roll down.
Oh my god.
That's crazy. What's up, Mike? What are you seeing?
It's just it's just weird.
The price action?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they'll go 40 north and then go 40 south and then hang out in the middle and then go somewhere north or south again, like 40. It's kind of crazy. But now we're breaking lows on NASDAQ now.
Yeah. A lot of Google's dropping lower too. I mean, it definitely looks better on the sells. Boom, let's go. Take another little
There's the
bit
trend
there.
line.
Beautiful.
We are at the 111 of the measured move.
There's our double break. Bang, bang. Yes, sir.
All right, this is our inflection. Another inflection point is around the 111. And if we close below the 236, which is priced at 6616.5, then we're probably going to make the 50% move down to 6610.
I wouldn't take these shorts right now, guys, because of the chance that we wick higher, but Microsoft new low a day, Meta new low a day, Google new low a day, and Nvidia is about to hit new low a day. This definitely looks better for continuation than it does a reversal. If I were to go short here, stop would be right above the 66.20. I'd much rather see us wick back there. Yeah, see that? Much rather see us wick back there. Now also, look, we're trying to create that low volume area again, but it hasn't been the most consistent lately. So I'm looking for possibly 19 to 23.
tagging this trend line again.
Google dropping lower. Wicking a little bit, and Meta another new low a day. Boom, another new low a day on Meta. I'd be interested in shorts with the stop near 23. Just looking for that continuation on equities right now. Google another drop, Meta another drop, Microsoft another drop. Let's go ES, let's go NASDAQ. Let's keep dipping away, way. Go, go, go. One more little drop here. Right into profit. Love to see it. Come on now. So close. I definitely hate the consolidation points we're seeing, but when sellers step in, they are able to give us some momentum. I'm targeting previous day low on this. Google dropping harder. Nvidia dropping harder. Microsoft, Amazon. Everything's selling off right now except for Apple. And believe it or not, that's actually a big red flag in my opinion, because Apple can be a major catalyst. So almost be a what's it called? Like an indicator in itself. I don't like how small this range is. I'd rather take this low volume shelf after we move away from it a little more. So I am going to close out that trade for like a 1 point profit. Because I also don't know if we're going to wick higher. We got to remember, guys, market conditions today, we're not expecting a trend. So we got 54 seconds left on the 5 minute. That's plenty of time for it to wick all the way back up. Let's not be in a huge wick back up. If we do close lower, then great. We could take the next trade, the next candle. Be possibly looking for pre-market low. Yeah, it is looking much better now. Good. Equities continuing lower except for Apple. Look at this, guys. Apple's ripping right now. While Nvidia made a new low a day, Microsoft new low a day, Meta new low a day, and Google just made a new low of day. That is a majority right there. We always look for the majority. But here we are back in that low volume shelf. 10 seconds on the 5 minute. Could wick right through. Glad I exited. Gotta listen to ourselves. Listen to the markets. Could definitely hold this. I'm not interested in taking it anymore right here. I'm in some decent profits on the day. Not looking to give it back, especially knowing that we're within a very difficult range. It is quadruple witching. Those are notoriously difficult ranges to trade. If I was in this, I would be short right here. Stop loss around like 24. Give it a shot, seeing it's a tight position, but yeah, Nvidia continuing lower too. Yeah, I did like the close. We'll give it a shot if we can pull back towards like 21 one more time. 21 entry, 22.50 stop loss. But we might have just missed that. I think this little consolidation point was our go-to. We should have taken it, but that's all right, guys. It's going to happen. It is what it is. It cannot be like, oh, markets are moving without me. I hate to break it to you, but they're going to move with or without you no matter what. Just got to be patient, cool, calm, and collected, and wait for it to come to us. Wait for the setups we wait for. Nvidia new low a day. I mean, even a break here with some volume, entry short, stop at 18 for a trend, for a strong break to the downside. But Apple finally pulling back, Meta's selling off. Doesn't look half bad, but I'd rather try to get in towards 20 than down here at 15. But we might not get that 20 again. Wow, we did just make a new low, so that would have been target from that low volume shelf, at least first target. But here comes some sellers. Google's struggling a bit to move lower. Apple's dumping. Meta, Microsoft trying to dump. Definitely better on the short side right now. Just be patient. Nvidia's selling off pretty hard right now. falling back on equities. Again, this is why we don't short the lows. Short the low, you take a nice little 4-point pullback in your face. We don't want to do that. We just be patient right now. Be able to be patient so that you're able to say, okay, we're making lower lows. This lower high is my stop, right? Be able to read markets like that. Like this break, this lower low right here, maybe 15 would be stop loss. 206 left in the 5-minute. A lot of selling pressure here on equities. Can definitely break through. But selling lows is such a difficult trade. Here's some selling volume trying to pick up, but look at this passive buyer sitting at 66.10. Passive buyer sitting at 66.10, making it difficult to break through. Oh, tried to fill it. Look at that. They tried to hold. They're trying hard to hold that level now. Be patient. Be careful. We might pull back there. Hopefully we do pull back. That's that previous day low level too. Trying to break it. If we get a strong break there with good volume, entry there, stop around 15. I just hate selling lows like that. Nvidia is just falling out the sky right now. There we go, man. Nice sells. Good shorts. I'm not in it right now myself. I was looking for a new entry, but it was not giving me the opportunity. I was telling you guys look for the break with the big bubbles. They were coming, but just be patient. Let's see. Beautiful, beautiful. Pre-market low was just taken out, I believe. Yeah. Nice. Amazing. All right. Cool. Nvidia's still selling off. We're going straight down right now. We're going straight down. I need a little pullback. Want to be in these shorts for this next leg lower we have. Target on ES to the downside, 65.80. Let's see, this little area right over here to 10. Yeah, look at that selling pressure is wild. We got to get in on a pullback somewhere. Or again, not even the pullback. You take it on the breakdown. You put your stop at the high we just create. Ooh. We going straight down? We're taking the elevator down? We're taking the slide down today? Looking for 6,600. Nvidia gaining a little bit of weakness again on this 5-minute. Google pushing lower, new low a day. Microsoft, Meta, new low a day, new low a day. Bang, bang, bang. Whole lot of shorts going on right now. A lot of selling going on. Nvidia's still trying to drop. But look at that little pullback we're getting here. Would really like to see some momentum back to the downside again. We just straight down to the downside those last few 5 minutes. We want to see that momentum that we're seeing continue. Equities are showing continuation. We want to see that continue lower. Finally, a bit of a trend today after all the shakiness we've been seeing in markets. Looking for, if we can start breaking with some strength, 65.80 on ES. 65.80. It's a very strong drop would be required for that, but not impossible. There we go. Beautiful. Nvidia, Google, Amazon, all selling off. Now, I'd be a little careful. This is our last passive buyer area on ES at the 6,600. It's a key psychological point as well. So we could hold that for a little bit. Be a little careful on that, but I'm going to be patient. Really looking for us to break below 6,600 here. If we could break that, again, a lot of confidence in sells. Might even look to add there. if we break it. If we don't break it, then we don't add. Current stop is at 07 right now. Is it at 07? I feel like that's a 09. 09. We'll see. I think, unfortunately, we can wick back towards it. I really wanted to see that momentum that we had continue, right? We always look for continuation. We look for trends. We look for momentum. But clearly, we're trying to pull back a little bit here. And I don't want to get stopped out on a pullback because bears still have control. But I also don't want to get caught taking too many trades, right? We don't want to be jumping in too many times. We're in good profit. We want to be patient, trade the trend, and see what markets do. So it did stop me out there. I am going to wait to see if we can get a better re-entry somewhere. I could also throw our volume profile up for a moment. Yeah, this looks solid. I like that previous day low as a rejection point. So like on this pullback right here, I'm going to begin a new position with this seller that was last here. I'm going to keep my stop at 16. Just trying to play it a little more carefully, a little more conservative though, because we want to give it room to breathe, because we are looking for a big move to the downside. If we don't get that big move, it's fine. We stop out. We know how much our risk is. We know how much our reward is. What would give me confidence now is us taking out another new low right here. Getting very close. Very close.
Where'd you jump back in, Kevin?
I jumped back in around the 66.10. I almost want to just get out right here, though. But really want to see those sellers just knock it down a bit even harder. Apple's selling off really hard right now. Got to see NVIDIA pull back. NVIDIA is pulling back to the upside right now, which is a red flag on the shorts. Google also pulling back to... All equities pulling back to the upside. I'm going to look to get out of this. I don't like that. Let me get out into some profit. Let's see. Nah, if it just wicks back up, I'm out. Forget that. I did really like towards like 15, though. We had a lot of selling up in here towards 15. And I was looking for a much bigger move. We got 4 seconds on that 5 minute. That's not too ideal. Let's see what we can do here. Jay, how's footprint looking? Is that looking like a reversal candle or continuation on that?
We're sort of consolidating at the moment. The prior two candles look like great continuation. You had value area and low compressing towards the downside, great delta coming in. I'm not getting any signs of exhaustion per se, but we just did clip the bottom of the overnight range. So we could be going back into the range.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking if we're gonna stay range bound, we'd come back into the range. 613.25 is my stop at the moment on these shorts. I do think, unfortunately, it's gonna stop hunt that. I do like this bit past seller that was here at 66.11, but we know that they are no longer a passive seller there, so we could run right through it. NVIDIA's pushing back up again. Not too promising for the shorts right now. Gotta really.
It's like watching a wild animal sometimes, Kevin.
What's
Like
that?
you see the market reversing. It's like watching an animal in the wild.
Seriously, right?
Behaviors. Because you're watching the footprint and you're like, we reverse here because we had such strong selling and there's no sign of exhaustion. Yet it breaks, stops, and then just goes right back into its natural habitat.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Absolutely. I don't like these equities pulling back, man. All these equities are pulling back so strong right now. I gotta move stop down a little bit here. 1275. It's looking like we want that buyers to the upside. I just know that when we have those sellers step in today, they go crazy. But we also know it's quad witching, and yeah, here comes stop. All right, stopped out there. Still in profit. That's what it's about, maintaining that profit, right, guys? So just be patient. Wait for equities to see if they can continue back to the downside. Now, we did create another fair value gap right here as well. And that's within the orb. So not for nothing, that could possibly be something. But we'll see. We did just wick that recent 5-minute high. We had another little fair value gap right there that we did hold too. What's that up to? 15. That's up to that 15 area we were looking at. Okay. Okay, are we rejecting that fair value gap? Is that what we're rejecting now? Let's see. Equities did just get a bit weaker. See if we could hit that 08 one more, that, what was it, like 11 one more time. Equities sort of getting weaker. Let's see if this dives us lower or if it stays within. There's a headline. Come on, give us a dump, man. Give us a dump. We want it. We want sellers. There we go. Finally, man. Finally. I'm taking off its profit. There's not a reason to hold today. Traders pricing 50% chance of a rate increase by October. There we go. There we go. That'll give us a nice short. I'm looking for a break here to re-enter. Break of the 60 to re-enter shorts. Let's see. Trying to hold. Glad we gotta wait for that re-enter. Let's see. U.S. to deploy thousands of additional troops to Iran. Does it want to give us that fair value gap again? Equities somewhat climbing higher at the moment. It could be giving us that 12 again. Let's see.
Now we're getting a bit of compression here, so we might see a bit of a pull. Now, after 15 minutes, yeah, now we're getting that compression. Now we're getting that compression. We might see a push up here.
Nice. Let's see. I'm still keeping an eye on that 6,600 area. Getting some selling pressure. Want to see the market pulse also tick bearish. Not going short on top of the support. But we're looking ready to break down here. Stop would be at 66.10 once we re-enter some shorts. Or ideally, if we could break below this level, we create a lower high around 05, we take it 6600 and stop at 66.05. Nvidia getting weak again, Google chopping. Apple trying to get weak again here too, but trying to hold at the same time. Meta's weak, Microsoft's pulling back. Amazon's back at VWAP, which it struggled at before. Let's see. Okay, let's see if we get this entry at 6,600 for these shorts here. Stop around 05. Come on, quick little pullback entry. We're in.
Are you going long or short there?
Short.
Short. Okay.
Short stop around this 06. Looking for these lower lows to continue.
Okay.
You going long?
Waiting.
It could. You never know. Markets could react however they want to react. That's why risk management's so important, guys. We have no control. We have zero say if a trade is going to play out. All we can control is how much we lose per trade and how much we make per trade. To a point on that second part. Nice. Here we go. Sellers. Nvidia selling off. Google weak. Meta's weak. Got to see Microsoft start to dump here too. Just following the trend. Nice. Give me a strong dump and I'm gonna just take this off because clearly sellers have control. 66. It's at 65.75. I was looking for 65.80, so that gives me some confidence. Really want to see us start to fall out the sky here on equities. What's Nasdaq doing? Man, I hate Nasdaq being in support. That's also what's making it so hard to find this continuation here. There we go. Give us something. Come on, give us something. Here we go. Nvidia selling off, Google selling off, equities, Apple, Microsoft, those are trying to hold. Here we go. Nice 93s. Break below 93.
88 target, 50% measured move.
All right, I'm going to take that off right there, guys. Nice scalp on that. Very good. Got some support under us. That's why I'm getting out. Definitely, I wanted to get out near 95. I got out near 92, so it was a little bit better. Really wanted to see us head towards that 580. I think we can. 580, that's only 10 points away from now. Nvidia new low a day. Google's weak. Guys, what a nice day today. Finally. Bro, I can't, man. Yesterday, I can't help but laugh at this. I'll show you guys. Here we go, some sellers in there. Listen to what he said.
Pearl Harbor, okay? Right? You know, when we go in, we went in very hard.
I'll let it start over.
Don't tell anybody about it.
So to the Prime Minister of Japan.
Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Hey, why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right? You know, when we go in, we went in very hard. And we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan?
That's crazy. Who knows better about surprises than Japan? Why didn't you tell us about Pearl Harbor? Bro, what? What? Somebody was like, I feel like we're living in a South Park episode. Let's see. A little pullback here, staying patient, equities choppy. Microsoft has 3 green candles in a row. Nvidia just made new low day, but it is pulling back on this current 5-minute. Meta is chopping around near its low. We break lower here. Shorts initiated on new low. Stop at this 95. New low was not made. That trade is not it. Oh, that's better. Just wait. Getting a lot of pullback right now. Microsoft still trying to push green on this candle. So is Apple. Would not look for a short just right now. And there we go, pull back to 6,600. I wonder how we react to the 6,600 to 6,605 again. Almost want to see, will 6,606 hold as a lower high over here? This momentum that's coming in is pretty strong. We just had a headline. Spain, nothing crazy.
All right, we're on a fan line right now, so it's a question of whether we cross back above or bounce off of it and continue going low. Leaderboard on the 5 minute does seem to be indicating a slight bullish turnaround. Looks pretty decent at the moment.
Hey, good job, Phil. Just saw your message now. I'm not sure. Apple's pumping like crazy right now. Microsoft's pumping. Google's pumping. Amazon's trying to move higher. Has been struggling with VWAP though today. I'll show you guys. Microsoft's pumping the past 4 candles. Apple's pushing higher too. Amazon was trying to continue back up. Nvidia did just come off a new low a day this last candle, but it is near key level 175. And Google also has like a rounding bottom down here, so just be a little patient. Here we go. Come on, give us some selling, but I'm not seeing any selling in equities for us to pull back right now. Gold falls even lower. Wow. That's crazy. I'll cover gold in a video today, guys. That is insanity. 4,500. Bro, if we had selling on equities right now, I would be jumping in shorts with a stop at this high. We don't have selling on equities. I'm not doing it. Gotta have my confirmations. And guess what? If it works out and I'm not in it, let the market move without me. That is A-okay. Nvidia's pumping. Excuse me. Markets are getting boring. Take anything today, Mike?
Yeah, I took one small scalp for about 12 points, I think.
Nice.
Green on the week, so I'm probably not going to do anything else today.
What's that?
Said I'm green on the week, so I probably won't do anything else today. I'm ready to head to bed.
Let's go. Good job, bro. Happy to hear that. Alright, let's see. I'm staying
Kevin,
patient.
did you read that business about SMCI this morning?
Bro, that's crazy. Yes, I did. Oh my god, that's what I gotta cover. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah, they dropped. Their stock dropped.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
15%, something like that.
Yup. Yeah, that was crazy. Where did I saw it, I saved it. Let me see where I saved it. That was absolutely nuts. They have Instagram for the TV now. Oh, come on. Did I not save it? Did you see also that Mark Zuckerberg is pulling the plug on Metaverse? $80 billion they put into that. He's calling it quits. $80 billion. He's saying, it's not it. I think he was ahead of his time with the Metaverse. I think the Metaverse is going to be a great place for all of our digital personalities to live in at some point. But we're not there yet. I don't know if you guys also saw recently, but they took the DNA of a fly, and I forget what it was. Very scientific, very super smart. They took the DNA of a fly, and they had computers process it, and whatever, and they grew the brain cells, everything, the cells and all that, into an actual fly. Into a computer. So the fly was moving around, but it wasn't coded. It wasn't a coded digital fly. It was that actual, not that we're teleporting ourselves into online or anything. But I'll see if I could find that. That was crazy. I'm sure I can't by now. It was like a week or two ago.
Let's see. Wait till they clone a fly and a cow. Can you imagine a cow with a fly's head?
That sounds like it would not taste good.
Yeah, no, let's not do that for sure.
I can't find the SMCI thing. I'm gonna have to find that. trying to break lower here. I'm not taking shorts. I'm just not. Equities are 250-50. I do think we're going to make our way towards 65.75, 65.80. But to jump back in the ship again when we're in profit on the day, when we know we're expecting range, I'm not too keen on shooting myself in the foot. So we're probably going to skip that today. 15 minute, don't get me wrong, right? When in doubt, look at that other time frame. 15 minute looks very good to continue lower. So it's not like we're completely lost here. A break below this 90 would probably, break below this 87 really would probably project us towards that 80 and 75. So if you do want to take a breakout trade, that could be a possible short. Now guys, something I do want to mention. Any new people in here, you know, you're trading options or stock. If I'm looking to go short on the ES, that would be the same thing as shorting or selling the SPY or buying a put option. Now, when you buy options, puts and calls, they're directional. If you're in a call, you want the markets to move higher. If you're in a put, you want markets to move lower. With options, though, there's also the Greeks. There is the theta decay. Now, theta is the time decay. What that means is the longer you hold that contract and price fails to move, even if it doesn't move anywhere, theta decay decays that contract. It takes value away from that contract. So if you're in, people will see 0 day, 0 DTE. 0 DTEs, those are great return on investments. You could get a contract for like $25 a contract and sell it for 75 or 100 for 300%, 400% return. But if you get that contract, the same $25 contract or $50 contract, and markets end up chopping, let's say you get in those puts right over here, like right here, right? And then we chopped for 10 minutes, and you were in 0 DTE. After we chop, chop. Even once we get over here, a little bit in profit, your options are still most likely going to be a little under the water. So just something to keep an eye on, be aware of. Futures is a lot more price action based. It's just price action based. If I take a trade and it tells me I could trade, let's say I have a $150 risk. It says I could trade 0.2 contracts, so I would trade 2 micro MES. Then guess what? $150 on 2 micros, that's my max risk regardless. It could take 3 hours, chop around for 3 hours, and then move in my favor, and I'm in profit. It could take 3 hours, move against me, and I'm still only risking that 150. It's not like I'm going to be risking more of that contract due to the theta decay, right? We do not deal with theta when it comes to futures. Now, trading stocks requires a lot more margin. Now, options are a better option than stocks in that it requires less margin. You could use a cash account. To trade stock, you would really need a lot of capital, right? If you want to trade 1 share of NVIDIA, that's $175 for 1 share right there. And then that would move pennies worth, right? So you're not really getting that return. So stock is great for the long-term portfolios, buy and hold opportunities. When markets crash or are seeing huge pullbacks like this, great to start adding to the portfolio. But day trading wise, you'd want to go either futures or options. Now, because of all of the great opportunities that are given to us within the futures realm right now, within prop firms, all different ways of trading, different systems, courses, order flow, this, that, and the third, futures have definitely leaned a bit harder on the go-to for beginner traders and even more consistent traders. See tons, most consistent traders do futures over options, but that doesn't mean there are no consistent options traders. I see tons of great options traders. I follow a bunch on social media, and it's awesome. It's right. It's cool to see. Options are great because it gives you the opportunity to look at other equities. You could trade options on NVIDIA directly, Google directly, Meta, Microsoft, Apple. So if you see that, let's say we're selling off on the ES, but you wanted to take a position on NVIDIA because you felt it had more momentum, then guess what? You could take a put option on NVIDIA. So that's cool in that options give you the opportunity to trade other assets. How can I see the MAG 7 total bullish or bearish market strength? So, Frank, you can use the MAGS, M-A-G-S. It's a ticker, M-A-G-S. And that is pretty much the MAG 7 in an equity, in an ETF. So, you can use that. And what you can do with that is you could look at the previous day high and low. So, here's our previous day's range. Are we above or below the range? We're below the range and we're continuing lower. There's your trend. Or you can look at just the recent price action. Have we been dropping lower? Yes, there's your trend. What's the current candle doing? What are the recent ones doing? So that will also give you some insight and clarity as well. See that? Imagine trying to take these shorts before the breakout. You would have been stopped out like 40 times. Not worth it. What'd I say I was going to cover? SMCI? Yeah. Crazy story there, bro. I'll get that ready. Is it like not even trending anymore? I don't think it's trending anymore. It was trending for like one day. Oh, there it is. Number 23 on trending. SMCI. I'll tell you guys what happened. Breaking. Supermicro co-founder arrested for smuggling $2.5 billion in NVIDIA GPUs to China. That's crazy. The stock dropped 11% overnight. Nothing crazy. It went from 30 to 26. I'm sure it dipped lower at market open. I mean, if you were in a company, let's before we even hit it, it could be higher. It was pretty range bound. I was going to say if you, oh good, it's at 22, even lower than that. If you were in a company and right, from an investor standpoint, and you heard that their co-founder was smuggling chips, I'm pretty sure everybody would want to exit that company, right? What the hell are you doing that you have to smuggle chips? Now, not only that, but are you smuggling it and then counting that in your revenue? Like, huh? So, again, from an investor standpoint, SMCI is a sell until they pick something back up. HIMS. I want to look at HIMS, man. Ah, so close. Yeah, I personally think HIMS was saved by that Novo partnership. So originally HIMS took a big hit, right? And then it took an even bigger hit over here when Novo announced that they're filing a lawsuit against them for copying their weight loss drug. Then what happened? They bottomed out. They announced, boom, a deal with Novo. We're going to partner on this weight loss drug. Had a spike up from $15 to $21. It is trying to hold. I think HIMS might not be a bad opportunity long term. Even if it trades right back to like the $40 or $50 range, you're looking at over 100% return on investment from a swing trading perspective. So just something to keep in mind. Good morning, YouTube. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. What's up, Discord? Hello, happy Friday. It is... What's today's? The 20th, right? 20th. I gotta update my little calendar thing back here, bro. I got this cool metal calendar thing. And what is it? It's Friday. Good morning, guys. What's up, Al, Adrian, Adam? Good morning. Dustin, what's up, gang? Good morning, good morning. Ozzy. Kyle, what's up, Kyle? You making some money today or what? I'll try to make a couple videos today. We'll cover how gold. Let's take a look at gold. Show you guys what gold's doing. Oof. Gold cannot hold. Look at that, guys. That is beautiful. That is fantastic. We want things like this to happen on gold, guys. We cannot just go straight up forever. That would be an imbalanced market. That would be difficult price action, and that would not be just good overall for markets. So And look at that. We thought this was the pullback, and then nope, it continued. And continued, and continued, and continued, all the way up to 5,600 on gold. So thank goodness for pullbacks like this. We could even want to see a pullback towards 42, even 4,000. The amount of panic selling that would occur if gold was able to break back below 4,000 would be astounding. And it wouldn't even be panic selling of institutions. It might be if they get squeezed at that point. But in my opinion, break of 4,000, we hold that and get back up higher. But right now, we're below 46, we're below 48, we're below 5,000. I mean, gold's just falling. I would assume silver's doing the same thing. Down at 69, it was at 120 at some point. And let's take a look at our oil. Oil should be up. Let's guess 97, higher or lower. I'm going to go with higher. 95, still range bound on silver. Oh no. Oh shit, that sucks, Kyle. Oh man. Bro, I love this setup though. I love this setup. Very cool. Very cool, Kanye. Oil. I'd love to trade oil again. Oil was a phenomenal commodity to trade. Wow, am I glad we did not try to take shorts jumping ahead of the breakdown, because guess what never happened? The breakdown. Alright, let's see, we're pulling back. Just staying patient right here, guys. Probably no more trades today. Some nice ones earlier. I just found a tweet on SMCI, right? How whatever, the smuggling thing, and somebody wrote underneath, SMCI cannot stop finding new and creative ways to generate bearish headlines. Now, for those who don't know or get it, SMCI, they also had big issues with consistency of posting earnings reports. They went a few quarters where they didn't even report earnings. I'll see if we can find that. Yeah, like look right over here. You see how it's consistent. Even over here they missed one. Over here it looks like they missed maybe two. Over here they didn't have any. Over here they missed a whole... Oh no, they got one right here. But they missed one. They're inconsistent. They're an inconsistent company, and that is a major red flag. Again, from an investor standpoint, put yourself in the perspective of a quadruple billion-dollar investor. If you had billions of dollars in a company that kept coming up with headlines, that kept failing to bring up their revenue, kept failing to show their earnings, and then had a headline like that, bro, I'd be dumping that and being like, all right, whatever, we'll just invest in NVIDIA. That'll go up. You know, it's not... SMCI is a sell. Orb was a nice little touch today. We'll keep an eye on the Orb, guys, if you want us to watch that daily. And it's not even like it was a low-level employee. It was one of the co-founders. Wouldn't look for longs in this market, that's for sure. YouTube, man, you guys are slacking today. Run the like button up. Headline. Sounded like a headline just came in. NATO spokesperson, we can confirm that we are adjusting our posture in the context of NATO mission Iraq. NATO confirms posture adjustment in Iraq and amid U.S.-Iran war escalation signals alliance pullback, boosting safe haven demand and risk off. Risk off. Oh, actually, let's do this one. Amazon took a hit, Microsoft, Apple, equities all took a hit right there. Wow, okay, so the Fed said that they used dummy companies and fake audit reports. Wow. And even staged fake warehouse inspections with non-working servers to hide the real chips headed to Beijing. That's crazy, bro. This is gonna be like a Netflix series or something, or a Netflix show. Hulu or something. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is 10:50, 10:40. Markets have been giving us a range since about 10:15 now. We were able to catch this beautiful short position. We did not catch the whole move, but we were able to scalp our way down, right? And because of our knowledge on the market and knowing that today was a quadruple witching, we were expecting range. So it's important that we stay aware and we stay proactive in markets and we are ready to trade accordingly. Guys, have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys on Monday. It is Friday. Take care, and I'll see y'all later.